Hey YouTube, it is like the first full day of fall, which is why we have on the dark lipstick. This is actually the, what do they call it? I forget every time. It's from MAC. It is the liquid lipsticks. And I can never remember the name of that liquid lipstick, but the shade is High Drama. So I couldn't wait to bust out the High Drama, so here it is. I was trying to go for a little bit of a fall vibe, which I think I did with my makeup, and the video is centering around what I used on my eyes in this makeup. I did a video last week with like the makeup that I have been obsessed with and that's been in my makeup basket for like forever, and I mentioned the Revolution Makeup Reloaded palettes, and these are like little $7 palettes. I wanted to come and show you the ones that I have. They have like two collections of it. I have one palette from the old collection and all four of them from the sort of new edition. I am going to back up just a bit. I feel like I have my face all up in the screen. Alright, so that feels better, but I just wanted to kind of show you these palettes, and I have one that is a dupe for a palette, and I'm going to show you the dupe. But these are your Makeup Revolution Reloaded palettes. These are the four from the new collection. The one that I have, and oh, I take that back. This one is from the new collection. This one is from the previous collection. Alright, so I'm going to kind of start with the one from the new collection. First of all, these palettes are all $7. $7, and you get 15 shades in each palette. They are very, very pigmented, which I like. I'm going to do some swatches from each palette. They are available on Revolution, is it revolutionmakeup.com or revolutionbeauty.com, and they are also available on Revolution Beauty USA. Also, the majority of them are available, I think, except for maybe one or two, at Ulta. So if you just want to walk into Ulta, I have seen them in Ulta, so you can kind of look at them in person and see how you like them. But these are only $7. The packaging, yes, looks like $7, but the eyeshadows are really, really good. This one is the Neutrals 2 palette. Has a lot of sort of what I consider, like, in my camera does not want to focus on that. It has a lot of what I consider to be fall colors in this palette, along with the one that I used today. I am going to swatch it. They are all, these actually from the old palette don't have, from the old collection do not have numbers on the back. The new ones have these shades numbered. I'm wondering if they're thinking of a beauty YouTuber, so you can say I use number 5 in the crease, and I think that's what they must have been thinking. But I am going to swatch this color right here, which is a good crease color, and it looks like that. I am going to swatch maybe this one here, which looks like I haven't touched it. The sort of shimmery colors are nice and creamy. The matte, and I'm going to swatch this orange one here, have a bit of a dry texture, but they have a decent amount of pigment to them. This is that orange, and I'm going to swatch these two here at the bottom, this one and then this one, so you see what those two look like swatched. The only thing, ooh, this one is really, oh my goodness, this is like the most pigmented one in the bunch. This one is super metallic, And then this is the lighter one. So that one, oh my God, that is gorgeous. If I bring, yes, you can see it a little bit better when I bring it back here. But this is this color here. It is so creamy. It's almost, there's still some fallout to it, but it's almost crumbly, I want to tell you, so you have to be careful. I think this one would be best applied with your fingers. But this is the Neutrals 2 palette, and like I said, this pigmentation for $7. That is the Neutrals 2. The next one, this is one from the new collection, and all my palettes look scratched up, which I'm not a big fan of. I am going to show you first the Neutrals 3 palette, since I showed you the Neutrals 2. This is what the Neutrals 3 palette looks like, and this is the one that I used today to do my eyes. And I'll take this off real quick and show you my eyeshadow. Hopefully you can see that my camera is focused, but I am going to swatch the colors that I used on my eyes today. We are going to swatch. I used some colors from another palette, another one of the new palettes too, but I used this sort of antique gold color here, and I will swatch that for you. And that looks like that. That rivals some of the more expensive palettes that I have. So I used that. I also used this color here on my lid. The only thing that I was not liking about these palettes is they sort of glaze over. It's not necessarily a hard pan because I can still rub into that area and get pigmentation. Excellent pigmentation, but the shimmery one sort of gets smooth, like, I don't know how to explain it, but they get smooth on you. I used this shade here in my crease a little bit, and I will swatch that for you, which is here. And then I also used this shade here, sort of in the outer third of my eye, and that is that right there. So excellent pigmentation, I am telling you. And $7. I'm just saying $7. You can get 4 of these for the price of less than a high-end palette. Like, high-end palettes can be like $42 and up. 4 of these will be $28. I'm just saying. And the pigmentation and the quality is definitely there. The next one I am going to show you, I'm going to save this one for last. The next one I'm going to show you is an all matte palette, which I think is definitely needed with these other palettes. And this one is called the Basic Mattes. I think this one has pretty much every matte that you would ever need. Like, I used this one on my brow bone today, and I'll swatch that for you. It's sort of, it's kind of, it's not that it's not pigmented, but because it's one of the darker light colors, if I bring it back here you can see it. Because of it's one of the darker light colors, which I like because I don't like a blinding white on my brow bone. You can't really see it, but it is nice and creamy. You can see what it looks like on my brow bone. Like, it's super subtle, but I like it when I want a little bit of something there and just not like my brow bones just jumping out at you. I also used this shade here to set my, I used a concealer on my lids today, and I used this to set the concealer. And this is another one that is kind of close to my skin color, so I bring it back here and you can see the pigmentation of it. And I used, what did I use in my crease? I think I used this one. That's like a transition. Let's see. Yeah. You ain't gonna see that one either, but it's right there, right here. But these are like so good for like your transitions, your brow bones, when you need that extra black because you don't have a black in your palette. I'll swatch that black. This black is swatch it on my other hand. Sort of a gray black. It's not a black black, but it will deepen something in the crease for you. I mean, deepen like the outer V if you have like a color that you want, like have a little bit more of depth to it. This can definitely do that. You have your dark brown here. You have a brown with a little bit of red in it here if you don't want such a cool one. But this is a really, really nice little $7 palette. And this one is called the Basic Mattes. The next one I am going to show you has the purples that everybody is sort of wearing this season. And this one is called the Visionary palette. These are all, I want to say, the Revolution Reloaded palettes, but reloaded and then they have their own palette name. So this is the Visionary palette here. Really pretty. Nice and purple themed and cool toned. And I know that everybody wants to know what these purples and these shimmery colors look like, so I'm going to swatch all of those. You have like 4 shimmers and then the rest of them are matte. I am going to swatch this pink one here first. You see it. I'll swatch this pink one first though. And this one, it comes off as sort of a light purple when you put it on. This is really pretty though, and that pigmentation is amazing to me. $7. You're gonna keep hearing me say that through the whole video. And then we'll swatch this light purple here. And these definitely have some fallout to it. This is that light purple. This one will be great as like right in the center of the eyelid. I am going to swatch this purple. And that is the darker purple right here. And purples, just on, in general, is what I want to say. In general, purples are hard to do. So I think that they did a pretty good job. And I'll swatch some of the matte purples, like that bright one right in the middle. But I'm going to swatch this one right here. This one looks white in the palette, but it comes off more of a gold when you put it on your skin. So this one is more like a duochrome, and it is right here. If I can I come closer and let you see that? My camera is crazy, but it comes off as a gold, like a white gold or something when you put it on your skin. This one is a little bit more powdery, than the other shimmery ones are, but the pigmentation is still there. It sort of glides right onto your skin. I am going to swatch this purple here and then this color here, which is the brownie purple color. So we are going to swatch that bright purple first. And that is right there. Sort of sheer, but it can be built up. Let's see if I can swatch it again. Yes, this one can definitely be built up. Really pretty color. I may use that one in my crease one day. And then this darker brownish sort of purpley plummy color. This one is also sheer, but this is like 3 swatches, so this one can be built up as well. So this is it almost looks the color of my lipstick, but in the pan it looks like a brownish purple. So that is the Visionary palette. This is the Visionary palette. This was the first one that I got because I was like crazy about these purple colors. This one is really pretty. I have used this one once. I think I've used the other ones way more than I've used this one. The last one that I want to show you is a dupe for another palette. This is the Velvet Rose palette, and I'm just going to hold it up and you can probably tell which palette it is a dupe for. We'll just sit back here and look at this palette. Alright, and this is a dupe for this palette here, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I will hold them right here, and you can see the similarities in the two. And we are going to swatch. So I am going to swatch, which one is, let's see, the bronze color. So the bronze color right here in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, nice and creamy. Nice and creamy and pigmented and kind of crumbly, but pretty. This is one of my go-to colors. So this is the bronze from the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I am going to swatch this shade right here in the Velvet Rose palette. And I'm going to watch. This one is sort of dry. And the pigmentation is nowhere near as good, but the colors are almost exactly the same. This one is so much more pigmented, but I promise you I'm looking at it from here and the colors are very similar. So I sort of rubbed this one into my skin and it kind of showed up. I am going to swatch this Mulberry shade here and then this shade here in comparison. I already know that the Mulberry shade is going to be super pigmented. Yes, indeed it is. So this is the ABH Mulberry, and then this is the shade from, ooh, super creamy, from Revolution Makeup. So this is Mulberry, and this is the one from the Velvet Rose palette from Makeup Revolution. And what else? Oh, we are going to go with the Sultry. Oops, sorry, dropped my brush. Sultry is right here. And we are going to go with this shade right here. Let's see how close those are. Oops, that was the wrong one. Alright, we'll use separate. Okay, so this is ABH. This is the Velvet Rose one, is way creamier. Yeah. Okay, so this is the one from ABH. And then this is the one from the Velvet Rose palette. The Velvet Rose palette one feels creamier, but the ABH one sort of just glides right onto your skin. So I'm not mad at that at all. You'll still get a very decent amount of pigment. And then the last one I am going to swatch is the Rose Pink from the ABH. And then this one in the middle here from the Velvet Rose palette. So Rose Pink is very creamy. My hand is kind of wet. Alright, so this is the Rose Pink from ABH. And this is the one from the Makeup Revolution. Makeup Revolution is right here. So I don't want to say that they are like spot on, but they are so close that if you did an eye look, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If you do not want to spend the $40+, and I think it's 42, I'm not sure, for the ABH palette, I would say go and pick up the Makeup Revolution one in Velvet Rose. The only thing, like I was saying, that I don't like about these palettes is how they do this little, I don't know if you call that hard pan, but let's see if I can put that right there for you to say. It does this weird thing when you put your brush in it or put your finger in it, and it's hard for me to show you on my camera. I'll take a picture of it and show you what this thing does when you put a brush in it. It does not interfere with the pigment. It does not interfere with you being able to actually get the shadow onto your brush. It just kind of annoys me a little bit that it does that. But that is it, you all. These are my little $7 palettes from Makeup Revolution. Some of the best formulas of shadow that I think that they have out of all of their lines. They have the Tammy X Revolution from a YouTuber called Tammy Clark. She's from the UK. That one is pretty good also. As well as the Soph X palettes. Those are pretty good. But once again, I'm saying $7. I think these are worth picking up. Thank you all so much for watching this kind of long video. It's over 20 minutes as I speak. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I have a new video coming out. Have a great day, and may your day be as flawless as your makeup. Bye.